Here's a bit of a vlogging video. Looks like we're gonna have to have this conversation again. So we're gonna add something a little bit new to it, by the way. We're gonna add something a bit new to it, honestly. And what that conversation's going to be, the shit that women say when a man or a guy approaches them after they've been talking for a while, saying, "Hey, would you like to go out?" And it's that concept where of that mind thought, that stupid mind thought, to where, oh well, he's a simp, or I'd rather have a bad guy. That mindset, we talked about this before. We're gonna add something new bit to it. So, a friend of mine was on live, and to her mind, to her way of thinking, especially at her age, which is almost at 35, going into 40 in the next 5 years, is that all guys are simps because you ask a woman out. Now, before we get into that, let's go back to the old scenario, or the older conversation I had about this on this channel, right? So, you hear a lot of the stupid mentalities, the stupid way of thinking when it comes to this type of scenario, this type of mindset that, you know, women always think they want a bad boy. And that a nice guy ain't for them because the whole bad guy ain't no good and good guys ain't no fun concept scenario. Well, that type of way of thinking is very stupid. That type of way of thinking is a good way to get you hurt. That type of way of thinking is a way that can end up getting you killed once you stumble on to the wrong relationship. Understand, nobody is perfect. Nobody is perfect. So, now a good guy, you know, if I was a woman, I would choose to be with somebody who is decent, somebody who is good, because good guys do know how to have fun without involving drugs, alcohol, sex, clubs, partying, and without inviting people over. They are also hardworking. They're going to depend on themselves. They are going to want others to depend on themselves and to be dependable for themselves without relying on anybody. They're going to be the ones that are going to work, the ones that are going to make the most money. They're going to be the ones that are not going to live off of you. They're going to be good husbands. They're going to be good fathers. You're going to be able to take trips every now and then. You're going to be able to have a good Thanksgiving, a good Christmas. You're going to be happier. You are. They will also, you know, spoil you. That's what good guys do. Now, they may have their flaws, you know. not everyone's going to be perfect. Sometimes they're going to be a bit shy. Sometimes they're going to be want to by themselves. Some of them may go through certain demons that they're probably seeking help with, and you have to be there for them because nobody else was there for them. But you can be there for them just like they're going to be there for you. So, would you want to be happy like that? Yes, you would. You would most definitely want to be happy like that. The same thing, or not really the same thing, but with the opposite side of that, when they're like, well, bad guys ain't no good, I'd rather be a bad boy, a thug. You're thinking that now. You're thinking that now. But if anything, that's like the stupid way of thinking. Because where that's going to end up being at, 1, they're not going to have a job. 2, they're going to live off you. 3, they're going to have multiple baby mothers with kids that they don't take care of. They're going to have arrest warrants out on them for child support payments. They're going to be drug abusers. They're going to be abusive as well. They are going to expect you to do everything. They're going to be depending on you for you to spoil them, buy them stuff. And these are the people that women find attractive, who they want to who women find attractive, with who they quote unquote want to settle down with. These type of relationships you hear about on these murder crime shows a lot, where you hear about a woman come up missing because of her boyfriend, or because of her husband. She's usually found dead. Back history, there's usually beatings behind closed doors because the person they're with is abusing them, torturing them, taking their money, being controlling, trying to brainwash. That type of neglect and abuse that comes with the thug, with the bad boy. Somebody's going to be out in the streets, somebody that's going to be fucking other bitches, somebody that's going to have other phone calls and text messages from multiple women. My next door neighbor, I'm not at home right now, so I would show you guys the house, but my next door neighbor had that type of mindset before, and she realized where that got her at. That got her put in protective custody, witness protection from her ex-husband, because her husband was abusive, and she said she used to think like that, and she shared her story. She didn't know that her husband moved here to Tennessee and got a job at Charter. So one day, a lot of people had cable problems with Charter, so they sent out multiple trucks. The knock at her door, when she answered it, right, it was her husband, her ex-husband, who she got away from. The reason why she was put in witness protection, why she was put underneath, to get away from him, because of how he was. He tried to kill her. He beat her in her younger years, raped her. She ended up giving birth to a rape child. Those that don't know what a rape child is, a rape child is a rape child is a kid that was made and born by a raped victim plus the rapist. Now, it was her and her daughter. The husband saw her. He threw the daughter across the living room, picked up the mother by her throat, slammed her head into the wall, proceeded to beat the holy shit out of them, After that, I can't remember if it was the mother or the daughter that had a bit of strength left to call ambulance. To call 911. They crawled and managed to get to our house again, which is literally right next door. So they waited because they were afraid that the husband may come back. The mother was deeply beaten, and she was carried out on a stretcher. Now, sadly, the wounds were so bad, the beating was so horrible that the mother didn't make it, sadly. So the daughter ended up moving and selling the house because of the mother's passing. You have things like that. There was once, somebody who tried to break into our house because he was wanted for beating his girlfriend and also trying to attempt murder. And come to find out, he had a record of neglect and abusing towards his spouses. Very much so. I'm going to pick up a little bit after I change the battery here. Okay, I just got done changing the battery. So, where I'm picking up at, the guy tried to, break in our house, even though he was wanted for beating his girlfriend and also trying to kill her, right? He couldn't get in. Mom and me were home. He got scared because he heard a gun click, which we do have firearms. So he ran off. From there, I remember I was locked up with a guy, who was arrested for alcohol, public intoxication. He was supposed to be in a class for also battery and assault towards his baby mama, and he never showed up. Well, come to find out, one night, it was me and my ex-best friend, right? We were out walking, and we heard gunshots, but we didn't know where it was coming from. So next thing you know, about 5 minutes later, right, we hear sirens just roaring through, just sirens roaring through, right? Well, the same night, he dumped her body right behind the old Pizza Hut. And that took place literally down a block from where I stay at. All because of that mindset of good guys ain't no good and bad guys ain't no fun mindset scenario. I remember I tried to be in a relationship with this one girl who wanted out of a previous relationship because she was with somebody who was extremely controlling, who was extremely abusive. And this took place within a living facility for people with disabilities and such, so they could learn to live on their own. And she used to come to me a lot, tried to be with me. We would eventually fuck behind our spouse's back. Now, I used to be a hoe. I'm gonna be real about that. I used to be a hoe. I used to fuck just about every girl that come across my way, because it would get there. But I'm not like that no more. If anything had changed, I had an awoke moment in my life. But she eventually got out of it thanks to me. But she would just end up picking loser men after that, like people that are going to mistreat you. Hell, she's a single baby mother now, for Christ's sakes. So there's just some examples right there, again, to having that mindset of that scenario of where that's going to lead you. I had this somebody who I considered a friend, somebody who I endured, but her problem was she didn't know how to stay away from the wrong people. So she would be with this loser, right? She would be with this loser who played 2 women, but he would go around fucking 3 different men, 3 different guys on the football team. Eventually, once people said, oh, it's now New Year, people can be open to their sexuality. Well, he left her for a guy. But he didn't want people to know that. So he fakes being happy with the relationship with a woman who he's trying to be with, even though he's around fucking on other guys. Right? And the next guy she would come across would be pretty much would be scum of the earth. This guy, he claims to be a pimp. Everybody he said he fucks, he claims as a kid. He would bark at the mouth talking about, oh, I'm gangster, I'm a thug. No, nigga, you ain't shit. I dealt with this guy. I dealt with this whole fucking clique that he tried to start up. And all those people in that little gang are nothing but straight pussies. I shut them down real fucking quick. Well, this same person would go around, this same person would be the same one to go around and fuck with the girl's previous ex. So they were bone smuggling buddies, if you will. Hide the Willy Bobo with each other. Right? Well, after about high school, the person she was with, who claimed to be all these things, right? He got her pregnant. While she was trying to go to college, while she was in college, she wanted to be a teacher. And he had her hooked on weed and liquor, and also got her into some drugs. So, as you can imagine, the baby was born sick because of that. Was born a crack baby. From that, he decided to go ahead and leave her for another woman while having a boyfriend on the side. And the stuff that she now posts on her media sites is nothing but hate posts towards men. So that concept of that scenario of the whole, good guy ain't no fun, bad guy ain't no good concept, when you get yourself a bad guy, you're going to see where it leads you. You're going to be absolutely fucking miserable with your life. You're going to be miserable. You're going to be unhappy with your life. From there, we go on to the new scenario of every guy that you come across ain't a simp. Every guy, So the new scenario is this. You know, every guy that you come across who is nice is not a simp. Every guy who wants to treat you good as a friend is not always trying to fuck you. Every guy that you come across who just wants to go out on a friendly date isn't trying to be in a relationship with you. They all, you know, they want to be nice to show you, hey, you know, I'm a cool, nice person. Again, not everybody is trying to get in your pants. So the problem with the mindset nowadays, with not just a bit of the older women, but the younger ones, is that I'd rather be with somebody that's going to call me a slut, a bitch, a hoe, cheat on me, mistreat me, abuse me. Because if I'm with somebody who's nice, oh, well, they're just a simp and they want to fuck. See, you're willing to give up the pussy really quick to somebody who don't give a fuck about you, rather than giving up the pussy to somebody who's going to give a fuck about you. Now, I understand that a lot of people don't like to open up to people, that they're afraid of finding love, that they're afraid of, you know, actually being happy with somebody in their life. So they have this wall built around them, that they have a shield, they have their defense mechanism. And the women who say that are the ones who are scared the most of truly being happy and finding love and trying to actually settle down in their life with somebody who's going to treat them right, somebody who you're going to be happy with. You're going to have to let that go one day. You know, me, I used to be that way. I used to have a wall. Yes, we all been hurt. We all been cheated on. You know, that's going to cause a wall. That's going to cause you not to want to open up to a lot of people. Because of that, you know, I always close people off. I always push people away. That's why I hardly have any friends now. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. You're going to feel a lot more happier and better in your life when you do open up to somebody. You're going to feel a lot more better when you let down that wall. Because let me tell you something. I know how it feels when you don't have anybody to turn to or to talk to. I know how it feels. I've been there. And let me tell you something. You know, it's okay to talk to somebody. It's okay to fall in love. You know, you and that individual been talking for a while, and I mean for a good while. See where their mind is at. You know, knowing them, hanging out with them. How you guys can go out can go out on dates. Doesn't mean you have to be fucking each other. Doesn't mean you have to be in a relationship. Doesn't mean you have to be married. No, it doesn't. Me and this one girl, right? Very nice person. Very nice individual. We've been knowing each other for a year. For a good year. And we talked about certain things of relationships like this. Because I know she likes me. But there's just some things some people can't cross because they don't want to be hurt. Well, I told her how I felt and where I stood with it. Same thing with her. But you know what? We still try to see each other when we can. I still help her out with money. And eventually we do try to go out and try to do something together. It doesn't mean you got to be together. No, it doesn't mean that at all. It doesn't mean that at all. You got to get rid of that mindset, that scenario. You do. Let me show you guys something. So that's the Pizza Hut that I was telling you guys about, that guy dumped his girlfriend behind on. That's that Pizza Hut I told you guys about, where he killed his girlfriend and dumped her body there behind Pizza Hut. But, you know, one day, you know, you're going to have to let that concept of that mind go, because if you keep pushing away everybody in your life, eventually it's going to get out to where she doesn't like people, stay away from her. Or if you're just constantly giving up the pussy to every bad guy you meet, word's going to get out that, oh, well, she fucked so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so, and then the concept to the people around them who never saw you, who never knew you, the concept's going to get painted as, oh, she's a hoe. That's what's going to happen. And when that reputation gets out there and people start making up rumors, you're going to get upset because you brought that upon yourself. So no, not all men who you come across who want to be nice are going to be simps. Some were raised as men, gentlemen. But women prefer to have somebody who's going to call them different names, bound them, mistreat them, abuse them, and saying, oh, that's my man. Let me claim him and settle down with him, but be unhappy behind closed doors. That's what you don't want. You don't want that. I seen my mother go through that. You know, I used to claim, aka being a real nigga. And let me tell you something. That type of shit was a false fucking narrative, man. Now, I used to use verbal abuse towards women. Yeah, I used to do that. I never put my hands on one, because I can't cross that line and bring myself to do it, because I'm not going to do it. No, I'm not going to. I never could cross that line. I used to play mind games with them, saying, look, if you leave, I'm going to kill myself. So I would use that towards my advantage. Yes, I used to fuck around with different women, be a hoe myself. But I got older, and then I realized this isn't what I want, because somebody told me, you know, I had a good friend. I don't know what happened to him. I ain't seen this guy in years. But you know what he told me? He says, you're going to meet somebody you're going to come across one day who you're going to fall in love with, and you're not going to want to use them. And he's right. He's absolutely right. The same thing can be said about women. You're going to fall in love one day with somebody who's going to deeply care about you, and you're not going to want to use them, and you're going to have a breakdown one day about that. And when it comes for you to change, you're not going to be able to, because you're going to stuck there and be constantly hurt because of that mindset of what you had. So just because a guy comes up to a woman and talks to you for a good while, you guys talk to each other for a while, you guys seen each other for a while, and all of a sudden one day he's like, man, you want to go out to eat or something? And then you're like, no, you're a simp. No, that doesn't mean he's a simp. That doesn't mean he's trying to get in your pants. No, he just wants to take you out for dinner, or take you out to Starbucks. So that mindset, that scenario, you're gonna have to stop that. I'm talking to the ladies, man, the women, the girls who have that mindset that scenario. Trust me, the day you let that wall down and start opening up to people and let people in is the day you will be much more happier with yourself. And it's okay to have somebody to talk to, or even just vlogging like I do with the camera, because depression is something not to play with. I get it. I go through bipolar depression, suicidal depression, mood swings, and blackouts. Now, me and my significant other, we would eventually, well, I feel like eventually after 5 years there wasn't much left at all. I felt maybe it was time for me to move on. I felt though as we were growing apart, so I made the concept to leave because I ended up finding somebody else. You know, that happens. You know, we had our fair fights like everybody else in a relationship, but you know what? We still love each other. We're gonna be there. And you know, I think I pointed out what I could in this video. So you know, just because every person you come across don't make them a simp. You know, again, that scenario has to be gone. And I think that's the problem with today's society, with today's younger generation, is that you're being misled, misfollowed by false idols giving you false messages. And I see a lot of people now within relationships like that who are unhappy. I've seen relationships where I end up them being on the news, and it's very ugly. So, you know, you're gonna have to change your mindset. You know, as you get older, the more knowledge, the more wisdom, the more mature you get. Me, I'm about to be 30 years old soon. And it's true what they say, with age comes wisdom. And you're just gonna have to get rid of those, that mindset.